Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. This is how Ph.D. students and postdocs can optimize their lives. This Wednesday, I'll be giving another talk to graduate students and postdocs. As has become my habit, I write a short essay in preparation, and I offer it to you and read it aloud on YouTube as I'm doing for you. You can find a link to previous ones here on my YouTube channel. You guys don't have it as easy as the public thinks. For years, you make as much as a burger flipper, maybe less. And unless you choose to go the basic research route, your income prospects may not be much better. Yet more top ramen for you? Here is one way to optimize your prospects, balancing mission with money, productivity with fun. Looking back, this is how I, for one, would try to do it if I wasn't an old fart but was starting out. As a grad student, I would choose a research area that leans toward basic research yet is NIH or NSF fundable, and that is at least moderately allied with an interest of mine. Something related to neuroscience, maybe the genetic foundations of reasoning, of altruism, or more fundable, I'd study autism or retardation, today called developmental delay. I wouldn't just monolithically search for a passion to study. I'd recognize that passion comes as much from success as from choosing a particular area. I would choose an advisor who was a good mentor, who'd let me do important research, including writing or co-authoring a paper or two, and presenting at important conferences. I would learn to be a compelling public speaker. That can make the difference between being just another researcher and someone who's hireable and fundable. Key would be to practice this. Don't be hampered by the tyranny of content. Have just a few major talking points, perhaps each with an example or an anecdote. Distill it all to an index card. Practice extemporizing it, recording it on your phone. Use a compelling style. Review it. If you were in the audience, would you be thinking, I'd like to hire her? Keep re-recording and reviewing until you get a yes. Not sure? Ask a trusted friend to give you honest feedback. For more on public speaking, see this, which is, again, it's going to be just search on public speaking. I would also develop my social skills. Unfortunately, there is an oversupply of researchers, even those from a prestigious institution like yours. What can make the difference between an acceptance and rejection is, I'd enjoy having him in my lab. So, show interest in others, perhaps going beyond their work to their personal life. An entree to that is to ask questions like, so, what do you like to do when you're not working? Or, do you have brothers or sisters? Listen well. Ask follow-up questions. Of course, you share too. Keep your comments brief. If you tend to be long-winded, use the traffic light rule. During the first 30 seconds of an utterance, your light is green. Second 30, it's yellow. And at 60, unless you're telling something fascinating, shut up or ask a question. If they want to know more, they'll probably ask. I would try to quell my imposter syndrome. When I got into a Ph.D. program at Berkeley, I thought I wasn't smart enough to be there. So I hid. I didn't ask many questions of my professors or even of my fellow students. I didn't ask professors to be their research assistant. If I were to do it over, I would try to quell my imposter syndrome by recognizing that whether or not I was smart enough to be at Berkeley, there I was, and I would force myself to try to make the most of it. At this point, I'll ask the audience if they have questions. Usually that leads to my doing one or more workovers, in which a person describes their situation, and I ask questions that lead me to offer a possible solution or two. Next, I'll invite them to write one thing they want to do more of, less of, or different as a result of my talk. I'll end by saying something like, everything I've said here has been custom for you, but I'm going to end this as I end every speech, and it's not because I promised my father I would, although I did. I'll tell you this story because it offers an important lesson that has helped my clients and, yes, me. Perhaps it'll be of value to you. I have a link to my telling that story on YouTube. The text version will show you the link. In any case, dear reader, whether or not you're a researcher, I do hope you'll find a nugget or two here to improve your life. Anyway, I'm Marty Nemko. That essay is called How Ph.D. Students and Postdocs Can Optimize Their Lives. As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel, and certainly would welcome you taking a look at any of my 28 books, all of which are Amazon and can be found simply there by going there and searching on my name, Marty Nemko. Maybe particularly relevant to this is my book, How to Do Life. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.